Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know I've been kind of MIA, not MIA, really, but like, sorry, was that loud? That was my chair. So I haven't streamed since last Monday because it's been a really busy week, starting from that Monday. Busy, all over the place. It's such a busy week. I thought my schedule was going to change more, but as of right now, I just can't stream on Saturdays anymore. I mean, technically I could try, but it'd be really hard because you would have to move it really early or do it like late at night. So I'll try to start streaming on Wednesdays, which originally was going to be one of my stream days anyway, but I think I should be able to make it work. So it'll be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Also, I should have more game options. I'm gonna have to set them up because I do like a custom little thing for each game, so it's not my desktop screen because, you know, I often click on things and get distracted, but not to get distracted, but like, you know, you don't see me do the coin flip and whatever else I might have open because I don't have it set to have my desktop screen visible. It's just the game window visible, if that makes sense, which of course it makes sense. I don't know. Anyways, I have it set up like that, so I have to do that for the other games, because fun fact, Steam has a family, so you can let your family play the games you own, and so that's cool. Found that out. So I have a couple more games I can play now because household/family game share thing. I was originally just gonna do Princess Maker 2, but my sister had like 4 different Princess Makers, so I think I'll go in order of them so then we can see how they differ. I know that's gonna be like a long time to go through all of them because as I recall, you were raising this kid from like 10 to 18, or is it 8 to 18? Either way, it's a child. I'm pretty sure it's 10 to 18. And you see how that turns out. So that's gonna be a game I play. I'm thinking maybe Wednesdays. I know Wednesday's so soon. I have to set it up, but I'll do like a Princess Maker playthrough. I know I still haven't quite decided if I'm gonna try Taylor Tells or not some more, cause like I like making the clothes and there's other stories, and I did find out that it does flow smoother. It does flow smoother now that I turned that thing off, and I wish I would have thought to turn it off sooner, or like click through the things, because I really wasn't like fully registering how bad it was until later in, and then I was like, how do I fix this? And then I fixed it after I finished Nails Route, and that kind of sucks. But you know, what can we do? I'm tempted to replay the route just so that it has a smoother recording. But we'll see. So we'll see what ends up happening. I have other games too. Like one game that I like playing is Long Live the Queen, so I might play that sometimes. Fridays I've decided it will be like free for all / wrap up Friday. It'll be things that should only be like one more stream or something, because I don't want everything to be like a continual. I mean, you know, this Monday right here we're gonna do our life every Monday, and you know, maybe it's good. It brightens up Mondays. But I don't want every day of the week to be confined to like a specific game, because there's other types of things to do, and then it's be like, oh, I haven't tried to play a different game in a while, or a different thing. Because I also want to play games on my DS and 3DS, which I'm working on. But I also want to, at some points, like do some art and stuff. So I think that'll be for like Friday, like art stuff, and then also if I thought something was going to be shorter, and I'll finish it up on Friday in theory. Like the demo for Canvas Menagerie, which I haven't finished yet, but I will finish on Friday. I've decided I'll finish it on Friday. And, yeah. And if I come back to Taylor Tells, that'll either be Thursday or maybe I'll also do that Friday, just so like it's like, okay, let's try one more one more, what do you call it? Not hoopla, but like your last, there's a word I'm thinking of, and I know someone knows the word. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Just wanted to give a intro update. Again, apologies, I've been really busy lately. It's been really busy. I'm still kind of tired. And I'm sure I will continue to be tired. But no, I'm messing around. But I mean, I am a little bit tired, but not like too tired. I'm excited to keep playing. I don't know how long each moment is for this game, for step 3, but it took me a long time to get through the end of summer and then the in-between and the beginning of summer. So right now I'm just going to assume I'm only going to do one moment because we know who I am. I'm slow. But as a recap of where we left off in this game, right, so step 3, we're on step 3. Oh, let's go to the gallery. We're on step 3. That's not what my cove looks like. Shoot. It throws me for a loop sometimes. It's like, who's that? Things like that. Oh, I can't. We gave him a bracelet. So that's one thing. We gave him a bracelet for a graduation gift. He looks kind of like that, but with a bracelet right here too. And I don't even know what these other ones look like. But yeah, there we go. So everything's cool. We started step 3. Graduation this is the last summer before we start being in the world. I was very wishy-washy a little bit last time because it's like, what are the plans for the future? And it's like, I barely know my plans for the future. No, so like, I had to figure out Ty's plans for the future on the spot there. And I went back and forth a little bit, but because like they offered the thing of like traveling. And I do think that Ty would probably like to go travel and see different locations and stuff. But I think that is a long-term, like a further out in the future thing. And that's what kind of I went back and forth on. And then I decided to just like let him stay here. He's going to be doing college anyway, and he's going to, work a bit. So for now, he's in town. They're both in town for now. Yeah, they're both in town. They're both going to stay in Sunset Bird for a little while. We met the new friends. Was it Miranda and Terry? I think that's what their friends' names are. Elizabeth now goes by Liz and is in town visiting. We saw Shiloh, but he said he didn't know who we were. Trying to think if there's anything else important to mention from the step 3 intro. We're still not dating. The character Ty and Cove are still not dating. That is fact. We will see that eventually. If I just click continue, where is it gonna be? Here. Oh, what? Wait, no, look, now I have access to the DLCs. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Because my older sister played this. She didn't get Baxter's DLC. But that's okay. Oh my gosh, I forgot my older sister played this. And so, yeah, she had the DLCs. This is a happy surprise. Because I wasn't even thinking about this. I didn't install them or anything. We just, this is exciting. Okay, so this is going to expand this playthrough a little bit longer, but that's okay. Because I like this game. It'll expand this playthrough. Apologies to steps 1 and 2 that I didn't know I could do this sooner. Because then I would have done steps 1 and 2 a little longer. And that would have been fun too. I mean, like, of course, I can always hop over, but I won't. I won't. Not this time, but now I'm excited. I don't know if they have to already be in a relationship or not. There's something that I heard about that I have to get another Hangman game in order for it to happen. Then I have to play the Hangman game the second time, and then it's something that'll happen like later. But I'm assuming that's a step 4 thing. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, let's get started. Now that I've rambled for what? Like 10 minutes? Yeah, about 10 minutes. Cool. I can guesstimate time pretty well. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll just go in order like I usually do. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like, I always get jitters when I start anything, to be honest. Not like jitters in a bad way, just like I'm like, there's like a jolt, not a jolt, like an energy. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, hang. Let's get started. Okay, I got scared for a second. I was like, did I not turn my mic on? Have I been rambling for 10 minutes in silence? I genuinely don't remember turning it on, but it is on, and that's great. That's great, because I completely got startled. Oh yeah, we got to decorate the room, isn't it? This is a nice room. I kind of wish I did include posters, but I would need a different room layout for it to work out. But that's okay. Anyways, yes, this is the room. Okay, you grabbed the large. I can read. I'm already like hesitating. I don't know why. You grabbed the large beach towel from off your bed and stuffed it into a bag. You had already packed your water bottle for your upcoming beach hangout session. The stars had aligned, and somehow everyone was free today. Miranda had set things up with several bubbly phone calls between you, Cove, and Terry to find a time to hit the beach. See, I know who Miranda is. I know, we met her last time, but Miranda, she was the one in step 2. There's a moment I couldn't do because I didn't have the DLC at the time, but it's called Birthday Party. I almost want to go back and do all the DLCs now. I won't, but you know, I'm tempted. It was called Birthday Party. I'm pretty sure it was her birthday party. I think it was hers. Okay, let's see. You were hoping that this would be a fun time together. Cove sat on your windowsill and kicked one of his legs into the air idly. He already had a swimsuit on, and his towel was bundled under his arm in a misshapen ball. He'd shown up earlier that morning with a surprising amount of enthusiasm. He was chatting as you caught up to his preparation. But seriously, I couldn't find my swimsuit this morning. I looked everywhere. It had disappeared. I had no idea what I was going to do. You could have gotten a new one somewhere. What happened to all your other swimsuits? You don't have to wear a swimsuit to be on a beach. You stayed quiet. Well, I think Ty will ask this one. I know that's not your only one. Cole looked away and shrugged. I might have some laundry to do. Anyways, I don't know why it was in the bathroom when I never put it there. He gave a small smile and readjusted the towel in his arms. You could now see that it had been folded at some point, but then rolled up and carried without much care.
I'm so glad.
But I'm just glad I found it. It would have been... I was trying to like read right over it. I'm still a little awkward about that word. I don't know why. Whoops. I was getting a call, so that distracted me a second, but I'm okay. Would have been sucky to lose my favorite trunks. It was nice to see Cove so happy and comfortable in what he was wearing. You walked over to your dresser and amused about how you had picked out your own swimsuit. Luckily, since you were average height, you only needed to worry about finding the right size. When it came to the shape of your body, one of these ones. Oh no, I don't know. We're just gonna stick with the middle because I don't know. Heavy set, chubby, generally medium, slender, scrawny. What is? Me now, I'm like, what's the difference? I know I looked up some of these words before, but what is slender actually? I can type in words. Who needs to spell the word definition? Just put define. Define the word. Okay, according to Google definitions from Oxford Languages, says gracefully thin of a person. Okay. And then scrawny is probably like it says unattractively thin and bony. I just thought it was funny that was a necessary word to put in there. And let's see, on Merriam-Webster it says exceptionally thin and slight or meager in body or size. I was just curious because I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go. Oh, sorry. You had noticeable muscle I could read. You had noticeable muscles. You had little muscle definition. Your body was soft. Your body was delicate. We're gonna go this one. We're gonna go this one. I'm thinking about all my characters, and that's why I hesitate. I'm trying to think, because I don't have like solid designs for them. Like I have general designs for them, but when I draw my own characters, like it's amazing that I even have Zora here drawn over here. Like wait, let me toggle her on and off. Zora. Oops, I clicked her too fast. But anyways, Zora over there. It's amazing that I have drawn that myself because I struggle to draw my own characters. But yeah. But yeah, that's just me. I'm a little nervous for that call I just missed because they're gonna think I'm avoiding them, but it's okay. I'll just have to do the. Hopefully, if I don't have any. Okay. Anyways, let's not worry about that. The point here is we're gonna continue reading. These things are kind of like these types of questions are a little harder for me to become like, I don't have enough. I don't have enough figured out for all my characters. I should have brought water with me. I had a little bit of water in here, but now it's gone. Okay. Your build was toned and firm with muscles that were there, though slight in size. You'd kept most of the same shape you had through your teenage years. You were used to your body, and your body was used to your habits.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I was just thinking about some things. What things? Just myself, my body, really. His eyebrow rose at your admission of self-reflection. And what do you think? What did you think of who you were? And you considered your identity further. Okay, See, the thing with Ty Ty, is that the whole arc he's gotta go through? He's still gonna, he's kind of probably a little bit more similar to like Chiyu, but like not, I don't know, I haven't fully figured it out. I'm trying to decide where to say it. Me just looping through. I was like trying to decide what my new save spot would be. Wow. Oh, I didn't put it. It's not gonna be empty. Oh my gosh, I have all the DLC, guys. I'm so excited about that. I don't know what to say here. Well, I mean, okay. We'll say this one because he does still have a sister, but like he's able. His life is a little bit chiller in this roundabout, and life is a little bit chiller, and he's free to wear whatever he wants to wear. In this point, okay, the hardest. I should have played this with someone else. Dang it, Ty. No. I don't want to like misconstrue his story, but also I'm like, his story's not done. Okay, well, we're just gonna. Yeah. Okay. I know I didn't read. Okay. I know, I kind of didn't read it, but because, so you want it to be surgery, you left it like that, we're considering options for it. The pad of rock for now, we intend to get surgery later. Well, there's actually, I'm sorry, there's this pin I saw on Pinterest. I don't know where it originally came from. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I know, I should probably answer the question on the screen. But it's like, it was a quote. And it was like, when your chest doesn't match the outfit. And I think I had that on a dynamic is like character interactions. So I'm like, so when I make Pinterest boards, I do Pinterest boards for the character themselves and also a character in their relationship with someone else. Yeah, okay. I do have that. I do, like I thought. Don't match the outfit. It's on his and Paisley's board. Their board is incomplete. Yeah, their board is incomplete, but it's because I have to organize it. And I think cut some stuff. Or maybe don't have enough stuff. But anyways. I'm considering this. I'm like, well, because I think that as long as he can find outfits that work and like, okay, we'll say this one because I don't think he's gonna get like surgery or anything. But I do think like there's like some outfits that he's like, but you gotta have the look. You gotta have a certain look with them. You know what I mean? 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 That was long. Yeah, we'll do that. People had a lot of their identity wrapped up in their physical form, shaped their self-image. We'll go, you were comfortable in yours? I know, I'm trying to go through this like a little bit faster than I did last time. And I know usually I read all the options, but like, I'm like, dang. things to consider, or things I haven't finished considering, because I am considering this stuff. I just, you know, was that louder? Sorry, I looked somewhere, which is towards the mic, so my mouth is naturally closer to the mic now. I should just keep going. Comfortable. Your body was you, and it was a good one that you felt content in. You pretty much always thought it was the way that you mean. Now you're adult. You didn't see that changing anytime soon. You focus on Cove again. Smiled at you and tilted his head, a question still in his eyes. He was waiting for you to come with an answer, but before you could, you had something to say to him. What do you think about me? You like the way I look, right? What if I told you I wanted to get surgery? What did I say here? This is why it's gonna take me 3 hours to finish this one alone. I'll try not to make it take that long since there's more of them now. And I was like, I know, look at me talking. Look at me talking and talking again. But that's the point, right? We gotta go over the thought process. But like, this is slightly a side thing. I was going over my schedule before my schedule shifted a little bit, before I got really busy actually. And I was like, okay, so on one hand, I might finish playing this. Oh, right. Step 4 is only like the thing. So on one hand, I might finish playing this October 20th. If I can get about 2 things done each time. But we will see, because you guys know me. Okay, what would Ty say? I don't know. Where are we over here? I need my safe spot. You know what? We're gonna. Oh. Yeah, that's why I have all these saves anyway. It's okay. It's okay. We're all Gucci. Good words. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to replay this soon. I guess I'll just figure it out. Would you want to see me go back and do the DLCs with Ty? That is the question. That is the question. They're basically asking very similar things anyway. We're just gonna go with this one. I know, I'm kind of me. Okay, let's see. Not how I look, I mean. Cole smirked a little, his eyes taking you in easily. Fishing for compliments, Ty? You look great. Everyone knows that, including you, by the way. Unless that's changed. See. You pouted, you laughed, you blushed. I didn't want a compliment, I was just asking. So what if I wanted you to compliment me? You still should. Ty has a little bit of that energy, but like, even if this was the case, but I think we'll just go with laughing, because that's who Ty is. Should I put in my stream tag that I laugh at myself a lot? You weren't sure why you were surprised he responded with that. Cole shook his head, his hand went up to try to unsubtly cover his smile. I was kind of worried you were so in your head because something was wrong. Guess not, I'm glad.
Hey.
Cove gave a bit smile, pointing to your arms. You're looking particularly toned today. It's... He answered not with words, but with a solid okay sign, both hands, and the same cheeky smile. Cove suddenly flashed when he realized how boldly he complimented you. He stood by it, even if he was a little red. You were a little taken aback. Oh, okay, I thought there was going to be a word in that sentence, and then I need to do that news thing where you just read every sentence like it doesn't have an end. That's kind of what I learned in high school. Is it high school? It's like you don't put periods on sentences, and you have to make sure that when you reading a line, you don't dip when you're reading it, because like the film and newscasting, there will be periods, but sometimes you won't see the period for a little bit because it's like a teleprompter and da-da-da-da, but also because you don't want it to like drop off, because you got to keep the same energy going through. I gotta follow through better. Dang, I'm gonna get thirsty up here. Okay. It's because I ramble. I might have to take a break to go get a drink at some point. You were a little taken aback. That came out of nowhere. You glanced at yourself. They're so awkward. For me. This is awkward for me. Kia won't put me through this. Probably. You like that? Yeah. I'm funny. I'm in my 20s. I can handle stuff. Let's see. You started to flex and show off jokingly. You flirtatiously stretched. You stood there stunned. You're so sweet and fantastic. You have some very good arms yourself. Sorry, something moved, and like I said, I get distracted. Notifications distract me. I just have it open in case I need to type in the thing so it's faster. Anyway, you hugged him. Okay, so this is Ty we're talking about. So I've already narrowed it down to 3 options. This is Ty we're talking about. Though I might take off one of them because I know that's very Ryan. Anyways, so I'm thinking one of this one, or nope, this one. Cause Ty is Ty. Ty is Ty. I don't know how to explain it sometimes. You know, you just know your characters. You just know that that's one of the things they would likely do. Hi. Let's see. You started to flex and show off jokingly. You flirtatiously stretched. You have very good arms yourself. Your girl here person, your girl doesn't know what she's doing, and so she's spinning a wheel, and the wheel says option 5, but there is no, wait, is that option 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah. Okay, well. There's this other game I have. I'm sorry. Sorry, my mind was zip, 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 zop, zoop, being about There's this other game I have that I do want to play at some point. It's called Romance. It's about a romance, but your character, she's asexual. I started it a while ago, but there's so many options, guys. Okay, let's see. Let me see if the coin agrees. I think I agree, but okay, yeah, we'll just do that. I know, I gotta stop hesitating. In the words of teacher, DJ from AVG. Always maintain. I realized I almost didn't finish the sentence. I was about to just move on. Okay, Cove ducked his head and started to... Sorry. I move a lot. Cove ducked his head and started to rub his left arm. It seemed he was much more prepared to raise praise on you than to receive it himself. He could barely respond. Thanks, you too. Oh, he said that, huh? Thanks. Yeah, that's probably accurate. Let's see. Finally, you felt that was enough of that topic for one day. You went back to your original goal before you got sidetracked. You needed to pick what you wanted to wear to the beach. I should read these. Okay, let's see. You chose to wear casual clothes instead. You picked a one-piece swimsuit. You decided to wear a two-piece bikini. You chose a two-piece tank bikini. I know what that is. You wanted to wear your wetsuit. You wanted to wear swim trunks with no shirt. You decided to wear a Speedo without a top. Oh. Am I looking up what one of the things listed was? What? Maybe. Even though I was actually informed on this a few weeks ago. So, okay. A tank bikini. Oh, wait, let me... It's a two-piece bathing suit consisting of a tank top and a bikini bottom. Okay. So, I'm actually between this one and this one, only because I think he would just wear like an open button-up shirt. But no shirt. If this was Miles. Whoops. Sorry, I'm thinking of Kimpaloo, the old-timey bathing suit that lives in the Himalayas. They call it Kimpaloo. Kimpaloo. Okay. No, they'll probably wear Kimpaloo or casual clothes. Yes, to the beach. Or you can wear casual clothes to the beach. I went to the beach in casual clothes the other day, a few weeks ago. How long ago was that? Oh my gosh. Time is fake. We'll just do this one, it's fine. While you dug around in your drawers, you tried to think if there was anything else you were missing. Yeah, see? What? Sorry, I didn't even read all of these. Now I have to Google board shorts. Is that like what people wear when they use surfboards? Is that what people wear when they board shorts? Is this one of those options that I can click multiple things? Let's see. Long shorts of a kind of... Oh my gosh, that was like really poor reading. Let's see. Long shorts of a kind, originally worn. That's a weird sentence. Okay, let's see. There's this picture here from Billabong. I never heard of this website. Anyways, there's this picture here from it. Where'd it go? So, no, I don't want your sale. I just want to see what the difference is. Okay, swim trunks have encased elastic, low tie fit, micro rappel coating, recycler stretch, lasso waist, on seam side pocket. Is that theirs specifically? The pocket? Pockets are pretty cool. It doesn't seem like the board shorts have a pocket, so I guess we don't need a Okay, let me read these. You took sunglasses, you grabbed a hat, you brought a shawl. I think a bird just crashed into a window or something. I don't know, there was like a sound that scared me. I'll be quiet, just in case someone threw something at my window. I doubt it, but I'm spooked now. Spooked. I'm uncomfortable. Okay. That scared me. You took sunglasses, you grabbed a hat, you brought a shawl. You grabbed your board shorts, you picked out a regular shirt to wear as well. You grabbed a full swimsuit to cover up. A swimsuit cover up. A full swimsuit cover up to wear as well. Oh, now I gotta Google something else. You took goggles. Okay, what? Full swimsuit cover up. Swimwear designed to cover up large parts of body, for example, shoulders and arms, hips and thighs or legs, often used for modesty or to prevent sun damage to skin. Can you still hear me? Like I said, I'm kind of a little startled. Oh, the sun must be coming from behind the clouds because I just got really bright on my window. Anyway, okay, well, we'll bring a regular shirt, goggles. I don't know how well Ty can swim. I haven't figured that out yet. Okay, we'll take sunglasses. Oh, wait. No, I'll take the shirt instead. Just, you know, yeah, do that. Yep. If I can only choose one, I'll take either shirt. I'm going to pretend it's a button-up shirt, even though it's probably a t-shirt. I think it's a button-up shirt. We all should acknowledge that it's definitely a button-up shirt. A regular old button-up shirt. Yep, that's what he took with him. With that taken care of, you held your outfit together and looked to Cove. He was tapping his toes on the side of the wall as he waited. You vaguely wondered if he thought that was a comfortable place to sit. He hoped so, given how long he'd perched on it. Regardless, it was time for him to go. You weren't going to put on your beachwear with him just chilling there. I need to change. Cove smiled, content with being kicked out. Alright. I'm worried that I'm too quiet now. I don't even know what I'm worried about. They can't hear me. I've been a second story. Cove lowered himself off the window and strolled past you to get to the door. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Okay, something I joke about to myself is low-key a hopeless romantic. So little things I'm like, I'm gonna jump at. I'm gonna like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Because it's not me directly. And that's when it's okay. He lightly brushed his fingers against your cheek when he walked past.
Bye.
See you out front. Okay. Oh my gosh. What casual intimacy? Oh my gosh. And you were alone. You got undressed and put on your swimwear. You also checked your beach bag for the final time, and it seemed like you hadn't forgotten anything. You left your room and hurried down the stairs, ready to meet Cove. You made sure to lock the front door and walked outside. Cove stood in the Oh my gosh, I can read. I don't know why. It's always simple things that I feel like throw me off. It's always the simple things. Cove stood in the road, looking down and scuffing his feet on the asphalt. When you shut your heavy door, he looked up at you and smiled. Hey. Hi. Miranda and Terry are going to be here in not too long. Terry even texted me earlier saying she was mostly on schedule.
Well...
Well, why don't we just head to the beach and wait for them there? We're both ready. That sounded like a good idea to you. You said as much, and Cove shot off a quick text telling the two of them where you'd be. Cove gave you a thumbs up after the message sent. It was a familiar path to walk, and it wasn't long until you reached the shore. Cove laid out his towel on the warm sand, and you set up your stuff beside him and looked out into the ocean. The rolling swells hit the shore rhythmically. You all had lucked out. It was a beautiful day. The sky was clear, and is the music a little loud? It's a little loud to me. But maybe that's just me. Configure. No, I don't want to turn it down there because it's not like, oh, just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I was looking at all the options for a second because like, what are all these options here? Okay. Anyways, I just needed to bring down the music just a little bit because I was like, whoa, I feel like I'm competing with it. It's bright out there today, goodness. The sky was clear and the waves were good. It was a balmy summer, but with a pleasant breeze to keep things comfortable. Essentially, it was perfect.
So?
Do you feel like heading into the water? Maybe just walk down the shore? Or would you want to do something here? So many options here. The water sounds good. Taking a stroll would be fun. I don't mind my feet being in the water. You plan to just get some sun. Either way is fine. What would you want to do? Well, you can just take a stroll. I'm trying to think. Ty's either gonna give him the choice or take a stroll. And I feel like he's got to take some of it. He's already been. Don't mind me. What wheel size? Just double checking. Well, I already said no to that one. Hold up. Okay, yeah. No. Well, anyways, fine. What would you want to do? Take a stroll would be fine. That'd be fun on my getting feet. Either way is fine. Just, let's see. Maybe walk a little at first anyway. We can do that then. I know, yeah, I was like, back and forth. Okay. I won't ever be able to trick my best friend to watch me play again. Because our schedules no longer line up. No, I'm kidding, but also... let's see. Cove nodded, accepting the plan. He kicked some sand off his towel absent-mindedly. Yeah, sounds nice. You took a deep breath and tasted the relaxing salty air. Cove caught your eye and gave you a small smile. You chatted a little before a comfortable quiet settled over the two of you, content to watch the waves as you waited for the others. Luckily, it didn't take long until you heard shouts. I don't know, I was confused. I read until and I was like, but until didn't happen yet in this sentence. Yes, it did. Sorry, I do that sometimes. Where I will just be like, were those words in the right place? And they are in the right place. And the sentence sounded fine, but I don't know why I was so confused. You turned your head to see both Miranda and Terry running straight for you. Miranda was faster, making leaps and bounds across the sand. Terry followed in her wake, laughing with her towel clutched around her shoulders and flowing like a cape. Miranda started making her jumps more theatric and more precarious as she got closer. Cove waved them on with a bright grin. You shouted a greeting. You cheered at their antics. You waved too. You laughed. You shook your head. You hoped they wouldn't fall. Cheered at their antics. Shouted a greeting. Laughed. Okay, let's think about my other characters because yeah. Already hesitating. Miles is one of these two, I think. No, Leilani's one of these three. I know there's like a whole 3 options, but I want a whole 3 options right now. I think Paisley might shout a greeting, but also she might hope they don't fall. Okay, we'll just laugh. Cheer to their antics. I think Ty's laughing. They always found a way to make such a memorable entrance. The two officially arrived at Cove's and your setup, looking completely ready for an ocean adventure. They were already in their swimwear and were raring to go. Hey Terry, Miranda, welcome to our beach.
Hey!
Hello, hello. She beamed and Miranda nodded with a smile.
Oh yeah!
Man, I'm so pumped. Yeah, I'm really glad this worked out. What have you guys been up to over here in your town? Cove? Ty? Have we missed things? Cove blinked and shrugged when nothing he wanted to mention came to mind. You shrugged like Cove. You gave a vague answer. You gave her a recap over how your family was doing. What have you been up to? Well, she did ask a question. Wait, let's see. Log doesn't know. What have you guys been up to over here in your town? Have we missed things? We haven't really missed things. Not much to say. We just saw them the other day, too. Vague answer, recap. Vague answer. Well, no, I think Ty is likely to give people, like, well, if they know their family. And I'm under the assumption that they do. Because Ty's friends know his family. Sure, we'll do this one. Your moms are the same as ever for the most part, although they were definitely still adjusting to you being an adult now. Liz had asked you to take pictures of her latest makeup look the other day. There was nothing too dramatic going on right now. Terry nodded along and mentioned a couple things about her own parents. Miranda brought up her family and shared some of the wild things her older brother had done. Terry then started to talk about her morning and how she'd almost overslept since she had stayed up too late last night. She bounced on her feet as she spoke. But don't worry about me being tired today. You know I ran on less back during school. Miranda filled in the group about her morning. Apparently, everything had gone smoothly. She'd met up with Terry on the way here, and you knew the rest. Cove offered a suggestion to the girls. Hey, let's walk while we catch up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. Once everyone's stuff was settled on the beach, the group strolled over to the shoreline. The wet sand was cool under your feet. A wave rushed up and covered your ankles in water. You flinched from the suddenness of it, but by the next wave, you were acclimated. I know what the word is. Acclimated? Acclimated. It's a weird word. Am I saying it right? Sorry, the weird word bit reminded me of the saying it's a weird word. Reminded me of this scene from Bad Guys 2. If you've seen it, if not, check it out. I don't want to spoil it because spoilers. So there's this like there's a scene where they're talking about a word. And they're like, it sounds made up. And they're like, well, this word also sounds made up if you say it like that. And it was a funny scene, but also it was a very, very clever. It was very clever, and I can't talk about why it's clever because it's a spoiler. You took another step forward and sank a little into the ground. Behind you, your footprints were soon smoothed by the waves. Oop, 1 second. I'm back. Hi, sorry. I don't know why I keep doing that in my chair. It has wheels, but I always try to lift it when I want to move it. Okay. Your friends chatted as you all... Oh my gosh. Your friends chatted as you all walked together. You took turns pointing out cool shells or pieces of sea glass. It was a relaxing jaunt. Hours passed and the group had moved between different activities, some low-key and some more exhaustive. For you, it was another break time. You sat on your towel and sipped at some water. Your friends were hard at work burying Terry's full body under a pile. Miranda used her arms to force up sand around Terry's sides. Cove worked on covering Terry's feet. You took another drink and closed your eyes. Eventually, a shadow passed over you, dampening the light that was still notable even behind your eyelids. You checked to see Cove had joined you there. He knelt down to dig around in the pile of assorted beach stuff in the middle of everyone's towel setup and pulled out the sunscreen. He took a seat next to you on his towel. He opened the bottle with a soft pop and began reapplying the cream. Hey. He ran his hands across his chest to work the sunscreen in. You might have checked him out a little from the corner of your eye while still sipping some water. After he finished up, Cove let out a comfortable sigh and looked off into the distance. But then he sighed again, this time in an exaggeratedly disappointed way. You wondered if he was going to sigh again, even more dramatically if you didn't say anything. Sorry. I got a drink. Oh, I left a mark on my desk. What's wrong? You honestly wondered. You wondered what it was. You raised an eyebrow. You chuckled. Oh, Cove, whatever it is, I'm sure it's gonna be okay, you joked. We'll try the joke. We'll try the joke. We'll try the joke. After all, this is an excellent place to hide a body. You gestured to Terry, who was practically just a hill of sand with a human head at this point. And that got a quick chuckle out of him, but he quickly hid his amusement. Cove shook his head, comically despondent. His frown didn't match the sparkle in his eyes.
Don't worry about it.
I'm just becoming another jaded adult, that's all. Now you were really confused. You waited for him to continue, and his next sigh did not disappoint, but it was the most ridiculously sad sigh you had ever heard. Then he smiled a little. Mermaids aren't real. What? That had not been what you were expecting. He continued. You know how much I liked mermaids as a kid? Well, merfolk as a whole. I really hoped that they were out there.
I mean...
The ocean's a big place, right? They could be somewhere. But the older I got, the more I had to accept it. They were just a fairy tale. He jerked his head over to the waterline and the rolling waves. They crashed against the shore and then drew back. This is a perfect beach for them. It's pretty and vast and never too crowded. If merfolk did exist, we definitely would have met one by now. Or at least we would have heard of someone else seeing one. But nothing. He acted as though that result was a true bafflement. He let his head hang. I gotta let the dream go. I don't like cups. You burst into laughter. That's hardly proof. It's not like this is the only beach in the world. You pretended to be shocked and disappointed. You shook your head. Wow, good for you with that revelation. Ty's definitely one of these two. I'm pretty sure at the very beginning, Ty also was like, mermaids. At least like to believe that one day he'd see one there. Now I gotta decide between which one of these two, because I really do think in this conversation he would either laugh or be like, I mean, is that proof? Is it proof? Because, you know, fun fact about proving things is that you actually can't, in an argument, full on prove that something does not exist. And I learned this when I took philosophy, because you would have to have been able to go everywhere at any point in time to prove that this thing does not exist and never has existed. In short, you can't prove mermaids don't exist. That was our conversation about different types of arguments, and we were actually talking about the example used then was unicorns, but yeah, just thought I'd throw that one out there because that is where my mind is. I'm like, well, I mean, but we'll say this one. That was hilarious. Well, let me try it. I know. I'm me indecisive. I think it still exists. As you said, the ocean is a big place. Let's do that. How's that response? Maybe it's for the best. Okay. What should I do? Should I go back? Let me ask the coin. Oh, the coin told me I should choose the first one in the first place. I'm just indecisive. Laughter or no laughter? Whoops. Laughter or they could still exist. I mean, he responds the same way either way, right? So then it really just comes down to Ty, which she might laugh first. Okay, I just went back and I did the laughter thing, I double checking to see if it's the same, and it was the same, so I guess we'll just stick here. I mean, I'm sure it has some other grand effect that I will look into later. But as of right now, we just got to accept that this is the, that we don't know. That we don't know. That's the answer. We don't know. Sorry. Okay, maybe it's for the best. I think I went the laughter route. Yeah, we're on laughter. Let's say a mer person did happen to wash up on shore one day. He looked at you with a faux doleful expression. I could have lost my best friend to their magical underwater world. Oh yeah, I'd totally go live under the sea with the merfolk. Even if I had the chance, I'd stay on the shore with you. I'd go with the mer person, but only if you could come with us too. Ty is kind of a tease, so in actuality, he might say the first one. Like, as a joke, you know? Cove smirked triumphantly. I knew it, but I can't blame you. If a beautiful, kind mer person falls for somebody, I'm pretty positive that the sensible response is to turn around and say, "No thanks, I'm gonna stay on land with a normal guy." Are you warning me that you'd leave if you got that kind of offer? Why are you so sure I'd have to make that call? Since this is all hypothetical, why not have you be the mer person? I don't want that. I should get to be a mer creature, and then I'd invite you to the underwater world. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm having bad decisions today. I say like I'm ever good at decisions. My mic cord keeps getting stuck in my chair wheel, and it's really, hang on, this is gonna be, wait, let me turn off the, no, it's okay. It's gonna be a little noisy for a second, because I gotta adjust the mic. Just give me a moment. It's okay, I almost dropped it completely, and that startled me because I was gonna unplug. But I just gotta, there we go. I don't think you can even hear me. Okay. Okay, and I gotta reread the sentence because, as I've mentioned before, sometimes, oh, why'd I hear myself? Did you hear me? I felt like there was an echo, and I think I know what the problem is, actually. I think this is the problem. Is this the problem? Yeah, I think that was the problem. Okay, so hopefully we don't hear this again. That scared me. Are we good? Are we good? I don't know. I felt like I heard myself, but I don't know if I actually did or not. If I just imagined it. I just heard a voice, like a small voice. I don't hear anything right now. I hope. Okay. Okay. I gotta relook at the log. Yeah, I gotta reread this for a second because I just need to reprocess the information because sometimes I think I know what's going on and then I don't know what's going on, and sometimes I just want to be sure that I know what's going on. You know, I'm sure we all have that moment. We all have that moment. Wrong thing. Oh, what's this? Sorry. Don't mind me, don't mind me. Don't mind me, don't mind me. Okay, can't blame you. Beautiful, kind mer person falls for somebody. I'm pretty positive that the sensible response isn't to turn around and say, "No thanks, I'm gonna stay on the land." Oh, see, I think yeah, isn't to say, isn't to turn around. Okay. You got that kind of offer. Why are you so sure that I'd have that? I'd have to make that call. This is all hypothetical. Are you the right person? Not that. I see if you can be a creature. And then I'd invite you to the underwater. Okay, so I'm trying to sort out what I think Ty specifically would do in this situation. I think this is what Ryan would say. I think this is what Ryan would say. I think I'm leaning towards this one for Ty. And that one might be Miles. Yeah, we'll go with this one. I know it probably took too long, like sitting on the screen, but again, I had to adjust my mic. Wait, is it gonna get stuck again? I should really do something about that. don't think it's not stuck right now, but I should really find a way to make it so it's not so, this where it's coming from? To make it, was I saying something? My mic cord. It's in the way. Is that where it's coming from? Sorry, I keep thinking like I'm hearing another sound. Anyway. Yeah, I'll go with this one. Because why wouldn't you? That's just obvious. The more Cove spoke, the more it sounded like he could be merfolk himself. He was choking on air, a fish out of water. I mean, you're charming and talented. He barely eked the last words out. Eked? What are these? Why can't I words? Managed to support oneself. Wait, let me full on search it. So Google definitions from Oxford languages. Managed to support oneself or make a living with difficulty. Obtain or create but just barely. Make an amount or supply of something last longer. Okay, I kind of get it. I kind of get act. It's like basically he barely got the words out. Well, barely. Yeah, it's okay. He barely acted the last words out. There isn't anyone who wouldn't choose you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. You were completely flattered by how highly he thought of you. And then you heard Miranda screech. Your attention immediately switched over to your friends. You saw that Terry had gotten impatient and shifted her legs. The walls Miranda had been meticulously building collapsed into a wet heap of sand. She surveyed the damage critically. We're gonna have to start over on that part. Do you just want to give up on this now?
No way.
The burial must continue. I'll try not to move anymore. Okay, if you're sure, I'll try to fix this. Miranda started to rebury her, and Terry shot her a thumbs up. She realized too late that moving her arm was a bad idea. More of the sand on her crumbled, and Miranda put her head in her hands. Cove caught your eye and started to drag himself up. Seems like we're needed. You agreed and followed him over to the girls. Miranda nodded at you both with appreciation, and the three of you did your best to finish the job. You all worked out a system of using just enough wet sand to help hold the rest together. The three people, it didn't take long for Terry to be entombed. Terry grinned massively, and Miranda offered high fives. The pile was officially done. Oh yeah! Resembling the Kool-Aid Man, she kicked herself out of the ground with gusto, sand flying in all directions, and a Terry-shaped imprint was left behind. Miranda yelled again, and Cove chuckled. There probably wasn't a better way to get out. To get out of it? There was one more word there, wasn't it? Yeah, to get out of it. The four of you continued to have a good time. You went on a shell hunt. Miranda managed to find the biggest, while you found the most colorful. Cove caught a tiny crab. You did a bit of everything. There were impromptu games to just soaking up each other's company. However, after a while, you all had run out of water. Drinkable water, anyway. It was decided that you'd head to your Cove's house. Things were gathered, and you started to cheerfully walk up the road. What next? I don't have anywhere to go, so it could be whatever. Same, I guess. We can keep hanging out. Terry snorted and readjusted her grip on her things. Don't sound too sure there, Cove. By this point, you could see your house. It hadn't taken you long to make the trip. The conversation continued, with everyone throwing out suggestions. Are people hungry? She looked from face to face in inspection. Yeah. Cove and Miranda shrugged in concern. No one was overtly opposed to it. However, you weren't really starving. It wasn't quite a mealtime. We could get dessert. Miranda put a finger to her lip and thought. With a smile, her voice became more confident. Yeah, that would be fun. Terry considered it and then shot Miranda a thumbs up.
Sure.
Sounds great to me. I could definitely go for that. I think that's a good idea. But there's nothing sweet at my house. Your friends glanced at Cove and his place. He shook his head immediately. Dad doesn't have anything good either. I mean, unless you want dessert-flavored protein shakes. Ew, no. She cut in and held her hands up as if trying to ward off something evil. Cove smirked.
Not bad.
It's not that bad.
Nope. Well,
There has to be some kind of sweet shop around here. Let's look it up. Terry nodded and started to dig around in her bag. I like the way you think. Terry continued to rummage in her bag and grew increasingly frustrated. She puffed out her cheeks and knelt down, setting the bag on the ground. With both hands free, she was finally able to fish out her phone. She raised it up in triumph for a brief moment of celebration.
I'm on it.
I'll search for something good. Terry got back to her feet, hefting the bag over one arm, tapping away at her screen in the other. But she assessed Cove from top to bottom. No shirt, no shoes, no service. Cove glanced down at his bare chest and feet. Having not even registered it prior, he chuckled a little. I'll grab something. Cove moved over to his house. He looked towards yours. Huh. I'm sorry. Is Ty gonna change? He might change. It's like... just like not too much, but like also the clothes might be a little bit uncomfortable at this point for Ty. And they're gonna go, they're done at the beach. So maybe he'll change. Yeah, we'll go ahead. You felt like you'd be more comfortable in something more streetwear than beachwear. You inclined your head over to the other side. I'm gonna change too.
Sure.
Go for it, we'll wait. Miranda nodded with a smile. You ran into your house. No one was home, so you just rushed to your room to drop off your beach stuff on your bed. I know I said you might be uncomfortable, but like, because like, here's the thing. They're done at the beach. So you're probably gonna change completely. They're like done at the beach, right? See, because if it was me, I'd be like, oh, but what if we go back to the beach? But I think they finished. Right, they ran out of drinkable water, and that's why they left. Well, I feel like I see. It's always the small choices. It's always the small ones. It's always the small options. Because this I don't know how much this will affect things, right? Like, what if they go to the beach again? What if they get drinkable water and are like, you want to go back down to the beach? The options are endless. Okay, the coin thinks we should do this one. It's not gonna be a little uncomfortable. I mean, it might, but like, it's just casual wear over beach wear. change completely is the question. I'm trying to figure out if he would or not. See, it's you this thing on what you were wearing. Cause like, what if I go back to the beach? I want him to be prepared. But like, also, what if they're just going to? Well, okay, just in case they go back to the beach, I guess. Wait, I'm curious how it would change. This is the outfit to go hang out in. Well, wait. You didn't want to take too long, so you just put on a couple things over top. You brushed off a bit of sand, and you thought you looked presentable. And the other one is you stripped off and found a suitable outfit to go hang out in. You slipped it on and felt satisfied with your decision. I guess Ty doesn't want to take too long. I do think that is an actual thing. They don't want to keep people waiting too long. Especially not on him. But what if it's uncomfortable? I mean, like, it's probably not that uncomfortable, right? With that, you sped back outside. Cove was already there and gathered around with Terry's phone with the girls. He opted to just add a shirt and shoes, apparently putting it in the minimum effort for service. Hello again.
Hey!
You don't really want ice cream, do you? You didn't have a chance to answer. She kept barreling through with her words. 'Cause I'm not into that right now.
That's cool.
Don't mind her. You look nice, by the way. Harry scrolled further and then made an interested exclamation. Oh, what about this place? They sell crepes. Not something you don't see every day. Look how fancy they are. She shoved her phone into your face. It seemed like a cute shop. It didn't show any pictures of the actual building, but the food seemed good. It was one of those places that put a lot of effort into presentation with branded wrapping for the crepes and well-applied toppings.
Huh.
Weird. I've never heard of it. I haven't either. Mysterious, but crepes are so good. She nodded her approval as Terry admired more of the photos. I'd go. It's not too far. But we could drive. Terry cheered at the success of a plan made, and you all walked around to Cove's car. He had run inside once more to grab his keys. You wrote washing the dirt on his car. You waited for Cove. I think if Ty's gonna put something else, is gonna put something of the dirt on his friend's car, it won't be wash me. It'd be something. It'd be a face. So in this case, we'll just wait. But that's funny. We used to do that when it was a while sometimes for washing my mom's car. On the back window, we would like draw little pictures sometimes. Yeah, we'll just wait. Terry leaned back against the car door as the group stood by for his return. The car beeped and unlocked. Cove ran up to you with his car keys in hand. His hair slipped into his face and he brushed it back. Shotgun! She clambered into the passenger seat without hesitation. You didn't argue and climbed into the back with Miranda. Terry activated the directions on her phone map and acted as their navigator, directing Cove to the crepes. The GPS tried to get Cove to turn into a non-existent road once and waited for him to do a U-turn instead of just using a left turn. But with Terry looking at the actual path, it went smooth enough. You were led to a small stall in a parking lot rather than a full building. That explained why there hadn't been pictures of the crepier's interior, and why it was new to you, despite living in this town your entire life. It was a completely new structure that popped up recently. There was a window you could walk up to, and one for cars to drive up to. Cove parked with a laugh.
Come on.
I don't think I needed to put on a shirt for this, but I still want to try it. Let's go.
What?
Do you not trust us to eat in your car? She gestured to the drive-thru option. Cove shook his head with a snort. I trust some people here, maybe. But wouldn't it be more fun to actually check it out? Some people. Maybe. Everyone acknowledged his point and piled out. Terry tried to tease Cove a little, but Miranda started talking about the last time she had crepes. Apparently there'd been a dessert explosion topped with multiple sauces, powdered sugar, and what Miranda was pretty sure had to be cake icing. That's loaded. Wow. That's sweet.
So great.
Literally, it was so good, but I regretted it so much. I couldn't finish it. And I really tried. I'm trying to match her voice a little bit, but I can't. I also know that I don't remember, was Leslie's the cousin's name? I don't remember what voice she had. You can do it this time, Randy. There were some laughs. When you got up to the menu, you realized that there were more than just crepes. They were definitely crepes, mini crepes. However, the stall also had a lot of different drinks as well. Teas, smoothies, milkshakes.
Woo!
Jackpot! I think I'm kind of doing her voice a little lower than it actually is, but that's okay. Because that's the voice I would give her. I cracked myself up. Probably too much. She grinned and held out her fist for a fist bump. Miranda high-fived it. The two stared at the awkward, vaguely turkey-shaped hand configuration they had made and then slowly put their hands down. Cove's mouth twitched into a smile. You stepped up to order first. You glanced back at the menu. You ordered a crepe. You ordered a drink. You ordered a crepe and a drink. Yeah, I think Ty's gonna get a crepe and a drink because sometimes after you eat things, you need something because your mouth will be dry. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Hello, I'd like to get a crepe and a drink, please. There was a woman who looked a little older than you, taking the orders. She smiled back at you, ready to hear the specifics of your purchase. For the crepe itself, you wanted plain, strawberry, chocolate, green tea, lemon. Oh, chocolate crepe? Plain crepe. I don't know what all the options are going to be. Let's see. We'll start plain, I guess. For the fillings and toppings, you picked whipped cream. Is this going to be one of the multi-choice ones? Whipped cream, condensed milk, cream cheese, chocolate chips, chocolate syrup, caramel syrup, powdered sugar, strawberries, mango slices, mixed berries, banana slices. You didn't want anything extra. Do powdered sugar and whipped cream go together? I don't really know. I feel like whenever you think of a crepe, you gotta have the strawberries, right? Like, oh my god, but like, when I think of crepes, that's like, strawberry crepes are kind of the first ones I think of. So sure, we'll have strawberries. Yeah, it's a multi-choice one. Do strawberries and caramel syrup go together? I just realized that because I might just be like it's because I really like caramel syrup. Let's see. Caramel and strawberries. Is that a combination? I've never had caramel covered, but I know caramel and whipped cream go together. I used to get those types of drinks with whipped cream, caramel, and chocolate. This isn't a drink. Okay. Strawberries, whipped cream, and I think Thai's a little simple. We'll just do the chocolate syrup because chocolate strawberries is a classic. That's the word I'm looking for. Yep. And that was all. After you picked the size, you asked what drink you wanted to drink. You ordered. You might just get a simple drink. Okay. I don't know. The options are an iced green tea, a black tea, a milk tea, an iced coffee, a strawberry smoothie, a chocolate milkshake, a vanilla milkshake, a coffee frappe, a mango smoothie, a banana smoothie. See, strawberry and bananas are a classic combination. But I feel like I'm gonna go with the milk tea. I don't know. I think we're gonna go with the milk tea. You could also add a mix in or toppings for the drink. Oh, I don't know nothing about that. Oh, boba pearls. Does Thai do boba? Let's just flip the coin and see it. We're gonna add boba to Thai's drink. The coin said yes, so I guess we'll do it. That feels a little bit more like a Paisley thing, but Paisley might actually get a smoothie, so I guess we won't worry about it. Yeah, okay, we'll just add the boba pearls, and that was all. You paid and stepped aside to let your friends order. Cove got a lemon crepe, powdered sugar on top, and the mixed berries. He also got a plain strawberry smoothie. Terry went crazy with toppings. Although she ordered a plain crepe, she had it smothered with whipped cream, cream cheese, chocolate chips, chocolate syrup, and bananas. Miranda opted for a frappe with caramel syrup and condensed milk. The four of you stood off to the side as you waited for your treats. I heard what you ordered. Sorry, I had this laugh building up, so I laughed in the middle of it. I'm gonna add that to a tag one day. I'm gonna just my streams will start being tagged. I laugh a lot. Yep. I don't even know why I'm laughing. Okay, I heard what you ordered, Ty. Glad I'm not the only one to go for a drink and a crepe. I couldn't pick just one, and why not? Exactly, it's gonna be good. Hi, man, your crepe is gonna rock. High five for topping appreciation. She held her hand out expectantly. That's a funny thing to do. That's a funny thing to do. He might do the funny thing. He might do the funny thing. He might do the funny thing. Because they just had that interaction where there was a high five of the fist bump. So I gotta read this. You gave her a high five, you left her hanging, you fist bumped her palm. He's not gonna leave her hanging. High five for topping appreciation. So Ty's a clown. He's not a clown. But Ty, we're gonna try it. Terry stared at your hand. She blinked. She looked between Miranda and you. Is this just a thing now? I don't know what you mean. Miranda's voice was surprisingly serious, while her face looked like she was seconds away from laughing. Terry shook her head dramatically. Order for Tyrone? Alright, so this is a lady. My bad. It's okay. Voices are voices. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It matters sometimes. Oh, I gotta get that. You grabbed your order. The others didn't take much time after that. With the goods collected, everyone admired their treats. Terry dug right into hers, and Miranda gave hers a tentative sip. Terry nodded acceptingly with her mouth completely full. Miranda tilted the frappe? Did I say it wrong earlier? Over to her. Tilted the frappe over to her with a grin. Terry sipped it and clearly loved it. She raised her crepe over to Miranda. You could tell that there was an intent to make it look nice, but with all the assorted toppings piled on, only so much could be done. Miranda took a huge bite with gusto and sighed happily. Terry seemed satisfied and took another slurp of Miranda's drink. They had both only gotten one thing, probably because they knew they'd end up sharing. Cove, do you want to share ours? Terry, Miranda, can I join in the sharing? You offered to share your order with everyone. You said nothing and started consuming. So, it's either the first option or the last option. Because, I guess it could also be the third option. No, but because I feel like Ty doesn't mind having his own food, right? Like, it's just eating his food is fine. But also, I think as a joke, well, not full, like a partial joke, a partial tease to Terry and Miranda, he would offer to share with Cove as like a, should we be doing that? It's kind of not that big of an order, so you probably won't offer to share with everyone, but it is like in my story, when they have lunchtime, they all just put whatever they brought on the table and everyone just eats whatever. So it's like every lunch is a potluck. Not really potluck, but like, you know. Okay, let's see. I don't know how the thing will do the thing. How the thing will do the thing. Aw, you got excited. I read it in my head before I read it out loud. I apologize. His face lit up with excitement as he passed you his crepe.
Of course.
You exchanged treats and took a chomp on the lemon crepe. It was light with the sourness from the lemon and the sweetness from the syrupy berry mix. The smoothie was finely blended with the occasional chunk of strawberry. Cove seemed to enjoy his taste, and then you swapped back. He smiled as he took a loud sip from his smoothie. Thanks, you always get good stuff. That's because Ty gets simple stuff. It's not simple, but like, you know, you gotta go with the tried and true. Tried and true. I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know what the words are. Is that a saying? There's a saying like that, right? Tried and true. The tried and is there not more to it? Is it just tried and tried and what? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, finding something about wood, and that's not what I was really looking for. Tested and found. Tried and true definition from dictionary.com. Tested and found to be reliable or workable. Yeah, something like that. Okay, carrying on. With that, Cove started to east streets in earnest. He saw him take a huge gulp of his smoothie, and then, without swallowing, he added a bite of his lemon crepe. Cove? Terry tore off a piece of her crepe and held it out to Cove.
So?
Care to make a trade? Sure. Instead of continuing to loiter in the parking lot, the four of you started to walk down the sidewalk. There was a lot of sharing going on, with crepe bits and toppings being passed around. You wouldn't have been surprised if Terry ended up drinking more frappe than Miranda did. You kept going down the way, eating, drinking, and chatting. Sorry, my brain blank. It was like, what? You hadn't realized just how far the group had wandered until you ended up at the now leaving sign. Apparently you were about to just walk right out into the middle of nowhere. See, I kind of want to go back because I know that in the DLCs for step 1 there's a scene that happens here. Actually, in the DLC for step 2, is there a scene that happens there too? Dang, I don't know. Should I be going back and doing the... No, I feel like I gotta go through the story first. Maybe I'll just do the DLCs on my own time. I don't know. Let me know. Someone will let me know. I might just play the game again as a different character and do the DLCs that time. I mean, I'm still gonna play the DLCs as Ty. The question is, should I do that on here? And we'll figure that out eventually. You hadn't realized just how far the group had wandered until you ended up at the now leaving sign. Apparently, you were just about to walk right out into the middle of nowhere. Terry took her mouth off of Miranda's straw and stopped sipping the frappe. Impossible! Preposterous! How are we already at the end? I always forget how tiny this town really is. Cove chuckled a little and swallowed a chunk of Terry's crepe.
I guess.
It kind of is, huh? You didn't feel that small when we were growing up. The scene would have probably been slightly different, huh? Like, it probably had different options. I played the DLCs where they've been here. Let's see. It definitely felt bigger then. It always seemed like there wasn't much here. There are tinier places out there. You guys are lucky to live in decent sized cities. You quietly nodded along. You shrugged. Yeah, sure, it definitely felt bigger then. There was a time when Sunset Bird had felt huge. It seemed as endless as the ocean, and there was always some street you hadn't wandered down. Something new for the tourists. But now, you had realized it was just a pond in this big, big world. Seeing the definite end only reinforced this. Here was the boundary that proved your hometown could be walked out of with ease. I guess this means we should probably head back. One doesn't just walk into nowhere land. We're not only one, Terry. There's 4 of us. Terry scrunched up her face, not wanting to acknowledge the bad joke. She decided to ignore it. It stinks having to go all the way back. Yeah, but it's not like there's anything out that direction. And if we did keep going forward, it'd be an even longer trip home. You stared off into the stretch of road as Cove agreed that he didn't want to go out any further. Can we take a break here first before we turn around? We've been walking for a while. Someone finish my drink. Right on cue, Terry loudly sucked air from the straw. It was so good. Miranda looked at her, but Terry remained unrepentant. In the end, though, it was agreed to hang around the sign before heading back to the car. It didn't take long to finish up the rest of the food and drinks. Everyone gathered up the trash and stuffed it into bags and pockets for now. The group relaxed on the grass, keeping account of all the cars that drove past. It was not a high number. 14. The newest passing car drove into town from somewhere outside. But as the vehicle came by, it slowed down and you watched as it ultimately rolled to a complete stop. The black car parked right by the now leaving sign. Everyone exchanged a baffled look. But then the tinted window rolled down and the driver peered out. As soon as you saw his hair, you recognized him. No one else you knew presented themselves so distinctly. Hey, neighbors. Cove was jolted to recognition. He pasted. Oh my gosh. I thought it was passed and then ET. That's paste. Oh my gosh. He pasted on a cordial smile and waved politely. Afterwards, he put his mouth back over the straw of his long empty drink as if trying to act cool. You waved at him. Hi. You were just wondering what he was doing here. You wish he hadn't stopped to chat. You smiled and were excited to see him. Tasha's gonna wave. You leaned forward and tried to get a better look. His hands were loose on his steering wheel. He seemed rather relaxed to have just pulled over on the side of the road. You waved and he nodded in acknowledgement. And you thought about the odd picture this made. A fancy black car pulled over to a group of teens, mostly still in beachwear. Miranda was incredibly confused and shrank back to watch. Terry tilted her head in an unspoken question. Cove made a quick gesture pointing towards Baxter, and a light bulb went off for Terry.
All right.
Ah, that's the new person in the condo, the B-man, right? Yeah, Baxter.
Oh.
Oh, I wasn't sure if I'd ever actually see him. Her voice was quiet. Miranda usually got shy around new people. Terry was quite the opposite. Oh my gosh, they're just Kia and Leilani. Or I guess Leilani and Kia. Incredible, this is perfect. Terry hopped up from the grass and ran to Baxter's car, all full of excitement. Behind her, Miranda picked herself up and dusted imaginary dirt off her clothes. She sent a searching look to you and Cove, to which Cove shrugged. Miranda nodded and with clenched fists hesitantly followed Terry. Terry bent down to talk to Baxter through his window. She blasted through introductions with Miranda putting in a shy wave. Cove looked at you. He still clearly had no intention of going over. Oh. You stayed at the Cove. You went over to Baxter. You encouraged Cove to come. I mean, I think he might just sit there because so far they haven't really been brought back into the conversation. Sorry, one second, I heard something. Family stuff. Families are so distracting, you know? No, everything's okay now. There was a sound I had to go to. Oh, I forgot this is where I left off. Right, but I think I think Ty is most likely to do this one because Ty's friendly, but he's not everyone's friend. No, but I think the thing about Ty is that he's friendly, but he's not like super outgoing. You know, so he's not just gonna like hop on over. He wasn't even like motioned over. I think if like Baxter was like, "Oh, come this way," then he might. But he's not sure if Baxter's trying to go somewhere or not. Anyway, I mean, his friends were over there, but you know, they're doing their introductions. He doesn't really need to go over there. Okay, we'll stay. He did the polite thing. He waved. When Cove realized you were planning to stay with him, he smiled a little. Cove shuffled closer and dropped his voice. Honestly, I still find it kind of hard to talk to the guy. I get it. I feel the exact same way. You know he can still see you, right? He knows you're here. You kept quiet and got comfortable. I get it. I understand. Yeah, I thought you would. Cove sighed and ran a hand through his hair. He looked at you with a wry expression on his face. I'm glad you do, because I don't think I could explain it if you asked me to. He tries to be considerate, but it doesn't totally land for me. Sometimes people don't hit it off. The two of you waited for the others to finish up. You couldn't hear what they were saying from there, but you could see from the body language that Terry was up to something and Miranda didn't like it. Are you about to get a ride back to town? That's my guess. I haven't seen this one, so I don't know. You and your neighbor exchanged a look. After Miranda seemed to calm down slightly, Terry turned around to wave at you. She put her hands to her face to make a megaphone. Come on, get over here. Baxter's giving us a ride. Cove's mouth popped open in surprise, and then his lips curled together in clear displeasure.
All right.
I should have known. She's always pulling something. Cove took a slow breath and then shrugged. Guess we have to get over there. It's gonna be really awkward now since he knows we tried not talking to him. Yeah, we can't hide over here forever. You followed him over to the car, apparently about to get a lift. You were just happy to get a ride. You're kind of annoyed that Terry did this. You felt uncomfortable to be getting a ride from Baxter. Secret fourth option. Meh. I don't know. Okay, so I don't know, like I don't think he's that. I mean, it's probably a little awkward. Wow, this is a tough decision. I don't actually know, like that he feels. I don't have a. I thought I had a spinner. Did I use my spinner tab? Hold up. I guess like a double up 5 would be 2. I don't think he's annoyed though. I mean, like, I think he understands. I don't know that he's just happy to get a ride, but I don't know how uncomfortable he is either. I know, I'll do that thing where I read the first sentence of each of these options and see which one sounds more accurate. Yeah, we'll try that. Regardless of anything, you didn't have to walk back. That's what counted. And you were grateful to Terry to arranging for it. Okay, this one was. Terry really should have checked with you and Cove first. It was irritating for her to make the decision all on her own. Nah. He didn't know Baxter well enough to feel safe with him driving. That's a valid point. He doesn't. And he does have a thing about cars. But... but... it's a free ride home. Not even... well, you don't have to walk the whole way back. But I don't know if he would have minded walking the way back. Because it is kind of enjoyable to hang out with his friends. Your friends. Okay, I guess we'll do this one. Sure, you doubted he was going to kidnap everyone or something. Your group had the numbers, and you're pretty sure you could all take him in a fight, but it still felt weird. You weren't in the habit of climbing into random people's cars. You can't see me, but I nodded. It always felt awkward. The seats, the smells, and everyone's car etiquette were always different. You felt stressed out that Terry put this on you. You arrived at the driver's side car window, and Baxter smiled welcomingly. Hello. Hey. Cove greeted him mildly, his expression cautious. Howdy, Baxter. Howdy. Alright, plan made. Let's hop in. You hesitantly opened the back door and slipped inside. The car was clean and smelled of fresh air. Smelled of air freshener. You stared at Cove for reassurance as you scooted all the way to the other side. Cove squeezed into the middle after you. Miranda took the last seat in the back, and you all tried to awkwardly buckle up. Were back seats really made for 3 adults? It honestly didn't seem like it. Terry gladly took the shotgun seat and had all the room she wanted.
Does that sound all right?
Welcome to my vehicle. I hope everyone is comfortable. And if someone could point me in the right direction, we can be in our way. Terry went back to navigator mode and outlined their journey. It was basically a straight line with one turn at the end into the parking lot. Baxter nodded from up in the driver's seat and pulled back into the road. Luckily, the street was still dead empty. It took no time at all for Baxter to park right next to Cove's car. There wasn't even enough time for a proper conversation to start. The occupants didn't seem to mind. There were smiles all around when Baxter parked next to Cove's car. Woo! Miranda clapped quietly as Terry cheered. Cove chuckled nervously. You smiled. Yeah. You clapped as well. You nudged Baxter in a friendly way. You were relieved you had made it. Yeah, I'll just smile. You were glad to have reached your destination and pleased at the fanfare of your friends. You didn't say a word, but Terry and Miranda definitely caught your amusement. We've arrived. That was easy. Terry flung open her door and climbed out.
Thanks.
Everyone else exited the car as well. The group thanked Baxter with varying degrees of enthusiasm. Baxter himself got out too. Everyone congregated again in front of Baxter's and Cove's cars. Terry bounced over to Baxter and offered her hand for a handshake. He accepted it easily with a charming grin. You're a pal. You're too kind. It was no trouble whatsoever. I'll be keeping this car all summer. If it suits you, you're welcome to take my number and give me a ring whenever you're in need of another ride. And that goes for everyone here. I have a car. Terry busted into laughter, and Miranda fidgeted. She did not know what to do with that. Baxter really went fast, didn't he? He noticed her discomfort and smiled with a soft tilt of the head. I'd be happy to help again, but that's the only reason I offered. If you don't need it, you can pass on it. Yeah, that's right. When her giggles subsided, Terry put a hand to her chin and I didn't read the options. It was asking for his number or staying quiet, and I stayed quiet. Terry put a hand to her chin with brows furrowed. I wonder, would that option be available right now? You could valet us somewhere cool.
What?
Cove was taken aback. He put a hand on the hood of his car. Weren't we going back to the neighborhood? Wasn't Baxter going back to the neighborhood too? Why would we go somewhere else? Because we can. Miranda squirmed nervously, then committed to piping up.
Maybe?
We could go to the park near my place. It's a really nice place to hang out. You and Cove shared a look. The park was pretty nice. Let's do it. Baxter tapped the side of his face and thought.
It's doable.
He glanced at Cove and then switched focus to you.
Well,
we have 2 cars. If some people want to go to the park, I could still take the others home. But if everyone's going, it doesn't make sense for me not to. Oh. It's being put on me. Being put on Ty. I feel like even though it's not really dangerous, I think Ty is partially like, well, we can't let our 2 friends go with an essential stranger all alone. You know what I mean? Like, you know? You know what I mean? I think that's the case. Which makes me feel kind of bad because Cove doesn't want to go. And that's clear. But I don't. This is a hangout with Miranda and Terry. It feels weird to cut it off because Baxter showed up. In Ty's perspective, like, Miles might be like, bye. Maybe. Depending. But Ty might continue the hangout session because these are his girls. That's a stranger. What if something happens? Even if Baxter doesn't do anything himself, what if there's something happens and Ty wasn't there when he could have been there? I think that's kind of the mindset. I feel like I've decided on it, but I still feel hesitant because Cove doesn't want to go. Okay, I'm gonna save. We're gonna do the thing where we save. We save at tough decisions. We save at big decisions. We save. We're gonna continue hanging out. Partially because I don't know how much longer it'll be if we don't. And I get off at noon, and I feel like it'd be weird to get off at 11:30. Yeah. So, well, they're gonna go because I don't think Ty's gonna leave his girls because it's their hangout day. They can go hang out at the park near Miranda's place anytime without these 2, but it's supposed to be the 4 of them hanging out. Wait, did I click the right thing? Okay. You weren't ready to tag out yet. You came to a decision and turned to Cove. Let's go to the park. Alright, park time it is. He smiled a little. Terry cheered and Miranda nodded happily. You felt like you made a good decision.
Yeah!
To the car. Again. Which car? There are multiple. You watched to see if Cove or Baxter had an answer. Cove sighed and ran a hand through his hair. He tapped on his car's hood nervously.
I guess.
We can go in Baxter's, I guess. It'll be less of a pain than bringing both. We're all going to the same place. Are you okay with that, Baxter? Certainly. I meant what I said. When you need a lift, I can give it. Neither you nor Terry brought up any objections, so the gang climbed back into Baxter's nice ride. This time, Baxter offered to turn on some music. After all, it would be a little bit of a drive to the park. Play what you normally would, don't mind us. Can we see what's on the radio? I'd rather not have any. Oh, Ty doesn't want to make okay. I think Ty would initially like look at what other people would want, but also Ty's like Ty's most likely this one. If it was just him, he'd be like, oh yeah, just do whatever you normally do. Yeah, sure, we'll just go this one. Yeah, I would like to see what kind of stuff a guy like you is into. I hope the playlist lives up to expectations. He plugged his phone into the car with an aux cord and turned on some alternative music. With the music taken care of, Baxter put the car in drive and pulled out of the parking lot. The lot was practically empty, but you noticed he was careful as always. During the trip, it had changed to hard rock, punk, and even screamo. Oh my gosh, we have the same type of same interest in music. Despite his personable demeanor, he didn't seem to like upbeat tracks. I mean, I listen to kind of any music, but this is like the first area I think of if people ask me what kind of music I listen to. Wow, we're so similar. Strange, weird, awkward. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I do have this type of taste in music, but yeah. It took a while to arrive. By the time you got there, the sun was golden with the orange streaks of sunset. Everyone got out of the car and started to stroll along one of the paths. You walked by the baseball court and some picnic tables, taking in the sights. Miranda seemed amazingly content, the location helping her relax in the company. She led the way, sometimes stopping here or there to point something out. Baxter turned to her and nodded along.
Not bad.
I've never been here, but I definitely see the appeal. Man, this is Randy's stomping ground. She's been coming here forever. Seriously, Miranda, have you ever had a birthday party that wasn't here? You've missed out, Baxter, because every year she has a blowout party at the park. Imagine balloons everywhere. Miranda looked down, suddenly shy again with the attention on her. She let out an awkward laugh. Yep, every year. The group followed Miranda along to one of the picnic tables. She took a seat, and Terry slid in beside her. You spent the evening chatting amongst each other. Everyone got to know Baxter a little better, although you could tell Cove and him still hadn't fully clicked. At one point, Miranda found an abandoned soccer ball and started tossing it around. To me! Miranda threw the ball to her. Terry caught it with a smile. Think fast! She chucked it at Baxter, who only had enough time to squeak. It bounced off his chest, and he stared at it, dazed. He blinked as if he needed time to process what exactly had happened, but then grinned dangerously. He rushed after the ball, and rather than throwing it back, he surprised Terry and everyone else by lobbing the ball high into the air. You bent your neck back to watch its ascent and inevitable decline. Baxter hooked it with his foot and launched it up again. There were oohs and ahs from Terry and Miranda. Baxter gave them a very proper bow. When it finally fell to the ground for real, Cove was the one who picked it up. He was impressed, and he wanted in. With that, everyone was drawn into the game. It was unspoken that whoever did the fanciest trick won. Most of the gang was not particularly practiced with throwing a ball, so not many of the tricks were actually good. However, there was a lot of laughter, and you got to see Miranda pull off a round-off where she threw the ball with her feet. That was so cool. So that was cool. Oh my gosh, I can read in order. The sunset eventually darkened into night, and the streetlights turned on. Your group's chosen picnic table laid in a bubble of light. The occasional bug cast a shadow as they flew by. It's a little strange being here so late on a normal night. Usually that only happens if there was a party or an important game or a fireworks show. Fireworks! Her yell startled Baxter, who was throwing the ball nonchalantly from hand to hand. He missed catching it, and it sailed sadly back to the ground. He looked at Terry for her loud outburst. I just remembered, there's gonna be a fireworks show tonight. It's in the city. At everyone's questioning looks, she huffed and tried to explain further. In some celebration for the opening of something. I don't remember what. I don't think we could get into the actual event anyways.
Oh, yeah.
But we should still be able to see the show if we get close. You can't keep explosions in the sky away from the public. Cove raised an eyebrow and drummed his fingers on the table below him. You want to change locations again? Wasn't the last 2 times enough? Terry rolled her eyes and then shook her head. To her, it was obvious. Don't be a wet blanket, Cove. What about you, Ty, Randy, Baxter? Don't you want to see fireworks? Goodness. We hit the save button when there's a big decision. Might just wait on it. I don't know. See, it's fireworks. We gotta go. Let's write this too much. Just say anything. Okay. The thing is, they are having fun, but that's also a lot of shifting around. But also, it is fireworks. But also, what does everyone else want to do? He doesn't want to be like the decision maker all the time, you know? So she wants... Oh, there's an odd number of them. She wants to see the fireworks. Cove's like, that's a lot. We'll see what Miranda wants to do. I saved. Okay. He looked away. Terry sighed. What about you, Miranda?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's already been a long day. If Cove and Tyrone don't want to go... So, see, she wants to go. She wants to go to the fireworks. She wants to go see the fireworks. She wants to go. I did say we would just see what she had to say. She wants to, like, I feel like that feels like she kind of does want to see them, but she doesn't want to like force the group to go. Okay, wait. I can rewind. I don't need to save again. I feel like I need to save again. I'm gonna have a coin. Coin, what do you think? The coin thinks he should continue to stay silent, but I can rewind. We're gonna see what happens, and we're gonna probably rewind a little bit because I don't think Ty's against seeing the fireworks. She just wants everyone to do what they want to do, and they kind of did keep dragging Cove around to things that he didn't really want to get back in Baxter's car. But they had a good time. Okay, wait. I'm going to click this and I'm going to rewind. We're going to see what the first line is and then we're going to rewind. No one's speaking up for the idea. Terry took it with a smile. Okay. We're going to... He's okay. He's okay with seeing them. He didn't want to, like, speak over anyone if they didn't want to go. But it's not like she doesn't want to go. See, look how much more happy she is. If you guys want to, then I'm fine with it. Cove nodded. It's not like I'm anti-fireworks. In turn, forces of eyes looked to Baxter. As the driver, his answer made or broke the plan. He chuckled softly. In for a penny, in for a pound. I'll go. I feel like I've kind of heard something similar to that.
Honestly.
Genuinely, there's nothing better to occupy my time tonight. We better hurry or we might miss it. Cove rolled his eyes but laughed. Everyone headed back to the car yet again. Terry brought out her phone to navigate to the city, and Baxter stepped on the gas. You were on your way. I know, I think... Oh no. Tides people pleaser. Oops. Baxter drove past buildings aglow in warm yellow light that cut through the navy black night. One office building had brought LED lights that cycled through a whole rainbow of hues. It was difficult to get through all the traffic on the road, let alone find parking this late at night. Luckily, Miranda had eagle eyes when it came to scoping out a spot. She pointed to a sedan pulling out, and Baxter parked within seconds. Not wanting to miss the show, you all raced down to the waterfront walkway to find a place with a good view. What about here? Cove peered across the rails into the distance and shot her a thumbs up. It was relatively quiet, isolated, and you could see skyscrapers. That was a good sign, based on where Terry thought the event was. Yes, this should work just fine. She stopped and tried to catch her breath, her hands on her knees. Miranda leaned against the wall between establishments as she recovered. Cove took a moment to breathe as well, stretching his spine back. He looked up at the sky in wonder and let out a relieved sigh. Think we've missed anything?
No way.
Not a chance. Nothing's happening. We can't be so late that we missed everything. Maybe it'll start soon? You felt excited. You thought this was kind of a silly situation. You were nervous about how close the fireworks would be. You felt pretty laid back about the whole thing. I'm curious what this means. Silly in what way? Silly in what way? I'm gonna click this one, but this is my backup option. Like, I'm gonna click it to see what it says, but this is the one I was gonna choose the laid back one, probably. Let's just see real quick. You held back a chuckle about it all. This night was insane. You'd gone all the way out to the city to maybe be able to see some fireworks you hadn't been officially invited to. Sure, that's fine. Terry led Miranda to sit down on the oval slabs along the path. Miranda took a seat and began tapping her knees together as she waited. Terry, meanwhile... Miranda took a seat. I don't know if I said the right name. Their names are next to each other. Miranda took a seat and began tapping her knees together as she waited. Terry, meanwhile, crouched more than sat. Baxter flashed an unreadable smile at you and Cove, then took a spot next to the girls. Cove seemed surprised and looked over his shoulder to watch him begin to chat with Terry.
I think?
I guess he's trying not to upset us? Whether he left to make Cove and you more comfortable, wanted to escape potential awkwardness, or if he just headed off with the girls earlier was anyone's guess. That's nice. Something seemed to strike Cove as he tried unsuccessfully to hide a smile. Wearing beachwear in the middle of the city, in the dark, while waiting for a fireworks show was clearly the joke of the day for him. Cove snorted once, and then looked back up at the sky. A flash lit up the sky with a brilliant green. Your eyes flew off the building in the distance and silently watched with bated breath. You heard a second boom, and a red firework lit up the night. Woo, the show's starting! It's so pretty! I feel like I've given her a different voice like every time. I apologize that I can't say the same voice for Miranda. They came running over to get closer, positively beaming. Terry pressed herself to the waterfront fence, getting as close as physically possible without just going swimming again. Baxter followed a few steps behind. His mouth hung open at the sight for a moment until he caught himself and once again shifted to pleasantly composed. More fireworks went off, shooting out hundreds of tiny sparkling lights. The colors stood out starkly against the dark of the night. The biggest ones washed your surrounding with their hue, turning your world blue, then red, then golden.
Welcome.
Did I deliver or did I deliver? Miranda's eyes glittered as she lightly bumped Terry with her hip. Good job. Terry stumbled at the friendly nudge, but was pleased with the compliment. She grinned back. Miranda lightly swung her hips the opposite way to give you a bump as well. It was friendly and soft.
Woo!
We did it! You smiled at her and nodded. You were pleased that you hadn't missed any of the show after all. You were glad that everyone seemed to be having a good time. You were uncomfortable with how near it was. I see how close it is. Okay. Ty's glad everyone's having a good time. Cove stared up to the sky with wonder, while Terry squealed in joy after a series of especially grand explosions. Miranda pointed to one that was shooting up and then gasped when it bloomed and turned into a huge sphere of violet light. Baxter smiled in appreciation. It was good to see your friends in high spirits. The rest of the group huddled around the railing to take in the show as closely as possible. Miranda stood close by. Terry's hands gripped the top. Cove laid his arms across it while leaning forward, and Baxter rested his elbows on the rail, putting his back towards the fence. Okay. He seemed to have more fun watching the others than the actual show. Ooh. She pointed out a golden firework and beamed. Ah, that's so cool. Terry held up a hand for a high five, and Miranda obliged. Terry whooped and shot you a smile. What color do you think the next one will be? Without giving Baxter a glance, Cove answered immediately. Green. It was orange. Baxter chuckled, but wasn't interested in calling Cove out for being wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your favorite color? Green?
That's...
It's one of them. I think that's nice. It matches you. Cove and Miles are too similar. You know, Miles' favorite color is also green. And is yours black? That's one of them. Cove smirked a little and left the conversation there. Wait, it's probably gonna Cove, but wait, where are the girls standing again? How are they standing? The rest of the group huddled around the railing to taking the show as closely as possible. Miranda stood close by. Terry's hands gripped the top. Cove laid his arms across it. I'm not great at visualization. Sit next to the girls, sit next to Cove, sit next to the girl. I just noticed that shop over there. Okay. What would Ty do? I'm trying to envision this in my story. He's probably standing next to Cove. Like if I'm thinking about it. That's my will says to stand next to the girls. I don't know though. Because I was trying to visualize it in my story, right? So there's a character that has been kind of fond of the friend group, and there's also the friend group, and then Baxter. So, love interest, Baxter, friends. And I'm trying to envision it in the story, and it depends. Okay, well, we'll read the first line each. Yeah, we'll do. I know, I keep backtracking. It's okay. I want it to be as accurate to Ty as possible, and that's the important part, right? Because that's the point of playing as a character. Let's see what happens in this one. Okay. So that would be in the middle of them. I didn't even read it. It's okay. Okay. That gave me less. That gave me less of an idea of what. No, I have to read this out loud. Now I have to follow it. Now I have to follow it because I want to click the next line. I was just trying to see where, like, visualize where this was, because I do have kind of an image in my head of where they all are, and I don't know how to. Can I? Okay, let's see. I don't know if I can draw on here. Can I just add? I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna try something real quick. We'll see if this works. See if I do this right. Okay. Oh, why is that one? Oh, I did zeros. Okay, wait. That's too many. Well, no, I'll do one more, and space there. Okay. I probably could have colored these, but I didn't. Okay, can I rotate this? Can I rotate this? Let me. Oh, there. That's the rotating button. Well, it's kind of hard to. Ah, no, because now it's not. This is kind of about where I is like in this. But then again, they talk. This is close enough, right? Like Cove, the girls, Baxter. But now I'm like, should I put the girls over here and then Cove there and then Baxter? No, but I feel like, yeah, and then, you know, so it'll be like in the, yeah, okay. Anyways, my idea is, oh, you can't see my hand moving. Another one. Okay. T. There are colors. Oh, okay. Okay. So my idea is really for them to stand like here. Oh wait, let me fix this. Can I edit this? I feel like do a little bit less space. Well, I feel like I can do a little less space there too. I'm just trying to figure out what the setup. Where's the right, this, okay. I don't think it has to be that far out. It doesn't be that far out. But the point is that oops, I slid something. I don't know what slid. Okay. The point is that why can't I move him? Oh my gosh. Okay, the point is that I think he should be here. He either needs to be on the end, so on one of the ends, or here. I should come up with a game inspired by this game, and then, but for like questions like this, it'll go into like Professor Layton style like puzzle, except for it won't be like a puzzle. It'll just be like a where do you go, and it'll like have like a little like a puzzle, one of the Professor Layton puzzle screens, but you just get to choose where you go. Because this is how my brain works. Now you know why I get stuck on choices like this, and it's that I'm trying to visualize properly what that means for where everyone goes. And that is that. That's Thank you for listening to my explanation Um, ah, yeah. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. We went to go stand by Cove because, of course, we did. Yeah. Well. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Cove looked away from the fireworks and grinned at you. He was glad to be spending time with you and tilted his head at the spectacular, multicolored firework above. I think that's been my favorite so far. He shot you another look and nodded, wanting you to move up closer, in front of him. In front of him, you could see the night's lights reflected on the water. See, but I didn't make him tall enough. Cove's tall. That's a tie motion, but Cove's tall. But if he's lean, he is leaned, so. You rested your arm on Cove's shoulder. You leaned your body against Cove. You stayed like that. Wait, were there gonna be other options with the others too? Probably not. You see how much replay value this game has? You want to know everything. You want to know what happens if you change just that one little detail. You want to know what the paths are. Okay, rest your arm. I think that's more of a Miles and a Paisley thing. That's them. They just like, I'm in your bubble now. This is me. I'm here. We'll do this one. You stretched up an arm and then let your elbow land on Cove's shoulder. He made a surprisingly good armrest. It's also like a me thing. I mean, I was in middle school, and I think in the 5th grade, so like 5th through 8th grade. Well, I'm not sure about 6th grade because I don't know if I walked around with it. Anyways, the point is that like I had friends who were like a good height, and I would just like, sometimes we were standing next to each other, just rest my elbow on their shoulder, and that was just like a me thing. And it was yeah. He leaned a little bit closer and shifted so that it was a little more comfortable. You took a moment to watch him and the fireworks reflected in your eyes. Cove grinned like a kid. Cove's gaze drifted from the show of dazzling lights straight at you, and he sighed dreamily. You didn't know when you'd last seen him so blissful. The spectacle continued to up the ante. Do I pronounce the E? Ante? I think it's ante, right? No. By bringing more fireworks out at a time. The colors danced across the sky and reflected over the water. You reached out a hand and watched as it was tinted green, while a big boom sounded. Fireworks were a normal summer tradition, but this was admittedly an unconventional approach. Showing up in the city last minute to watch a display from a technically private event, that made this feel special in a way that just planning to go to a public fireworks show never would. Terry's idea may not have left you with a lot of time to prepare, but it sure led to a unique situation. It was clear this was an unforgettable night. As the finale sounded, blazing the sky with unbelievable beauty, you remembered thinking that there might never be a night exactly like this one again. Not for the rest of your life. You planned to hold on to the feelings you had in that moment for as long as you could. And there we have it, guys. I did a singular moment. No, the moments are kind of getting, like, they're longer. Like in step 1, it was like boom, boom, boom. Sort of. In step 2, it was like a little longer. Like I ran over a bit, but I did 2 moments when I was doing the thing. But now it's like, oh wow. Also, I guess it doesn't help that I did have to break a couple times because other stuff. But I don't know that. Okay, so if this is really gonna take me one. I'm gonna try to go faster next time. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to go faster next time to see if I can actually get through 2 moments in one sitting. Because if I open up errands right now, there's a decent chance I'd be on till like 1, and we don't want that. Because I have other stuff to okay, but no, so let's see. If I really can only do 1 moment, this will take me 1, no, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then, I don't know, end of summer, would end of summer be its own one, or would it be attached? Let's say end of summer and the in-between, so 11. Well, no, I want to do them all at once. I want to do the in-between and the start of summer together. So end of summer, let's pretend end of summer gets its own. 11. Hopefully 12, which hopefully is still low. So I might have to add another day at this rate, because in November, I don't know if it'll be early November or late November. Here's what we'll do. We'll just do it like once a week, but when we have a release date for the updated demo for Now and Forever, we'll try to speed it along. We'll try to, because I don't want to do them both at the same time. I don't even know if they'll take the same day, but I will try to go a little faster next time to also see if I can get 2 moments done at once. But also, yeah, this is a little bit of a longer playthrough, and I know that Romace is also going to be a long playthrough, so I don't know when I'll do that. But also, the Princess Maker games are going to be a long playthrough, and then Long Live the Queen depends on how well I play it. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we'll see. I have options, and I like playing games, and like, because the thing is, I don't want to, I know what I was doing first. I just played 1 game every day until I finished it. And that's fine. But I also want to like I like the idea of having different things on different days. So that's where I'm at with that. I was looking at a calendar. Anyways, it does make me want to hold the phone. Now hand the phone to me. Okay, so we'll just save right here. We're gonna do that. We're gonna save right there. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, well then we're gonna hit load. Just so we can marvel at the fact that they are here. They are here. I actually vaguely remember like 1 little scene about this one. And it's kind of the same about like all of these. Like, no. This one I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what Ghost is. I know which one Library is. I know which one Barbecue is. I know which one Runaway is. I have a scene of Sleepover in my head, a slight scene. And then if we go here, see, I know. Oh, I know what all of these are. Enough. I don't know everything that happens to them, but I just want to go back. Wait, no, I gotta get the wind chime. Oh, okay. LOL. Watch me just next time be like, anyways, guys, we're starting the whole game over so that I can finish doing this. No, I won't do that. At least not of right now. But go ahead and I mean, I could. I should play them on stream, right? Because that's where I've been playing the rest of them. So like, I want to play the DLC as Ty. I feel like I have to decide really quickly if when I'm going to go back, because if I play because then I'm gonna have to redo all of these, you know? Because if I went back to here, right? Because I wanted to cover these, then I have to redo these ones as well. Which is something I consider doing. Oh, look at that. Look at those numbers. Wait, that's 18, 10, 11. And that's, 8, 10, 41. The numbers are so similar. 8, 8, 10, 10, 1. Numbers are hilarious, guys. Numbers are hilarious. Trust me. Trust me. Anyways, so because if I go back to do these ones, then I have to redo these ones. And that's the thing. If I go back to do the DLC, I have to go back and do the DLC. Oh, there we go. As I said, I'm pretty sure my sister has Derek's DLC, which she does. Thank you for purchasing Derek's DLC. Here you can play 5 new moments centered around Derek. He also has a special epilogue in Step 4. To unlock it, you need to fulfill these conditions. Play all 5 of the Derek DLC moments, completing Soiree with Cove, or going alone is alright so long as you finish the moment. Choose to remain in touch with Derek during Step 3. Then you'll have an option to play Derek's epilogue during Step 4. You can only have 1 epilogue per playthrough. You can make a save on the epilogue selection screen to reload there and pick another later. Derek's DLC can be a friendship or romance story. Yeah, I don't know what any of these are. I know what Soiree is. I haven't seen it with Derek, but I know what Soiree is because I know what Soiree is. This has put me in a bind. I guess I should just continue playing this one. And maybe I'll just do these 5, but I want to do boating. I want to do boating to see if I can make it happen. My answers for boating will be a little skewed, but it is okay because I want the thing to happen. I only know technically 2 things about this, and I'm gonna make it happen because I want to. Yeah, okay. I saw the name for one of these, but I don't remember which is which. Okay, I know, I'm just kind of rambling now. But yeah, so there we have it. I now have access to the DLCs. Thank you, Steam, I guess. Thank you to my big sister. We actually did it for other reasons. I didn't know I was going to get the whole DLC pack. I mean, I can still purchase it on my own too, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that. In other news, I will try to be back on Wednesday, and it'll be... What will I play on Wednesday is the question. What will I play on Wednesday? I would love to just start playing my DS. I probably won't, but if I figure it out, like I have it half figured out, I just don't have it set up. I don't know how it'll look, but if I can get it set up and accurate and right to how I want it, we're playing Pets Vet on Wednesday. If I can get it set up, we're gonna play Pets Vet, the Game Boy game. Apparently there's 11 endings for that, and I think I've only gotten 2 or 3 of them, maybe 4, because there's different love interests. And I can vaguely remember, I think the love interest there, so there's the director, because your character's a vet, the director of your veterinarian place. And then there's Kevin, you and your coworkers, pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure, I remember hearing there's 11 endings for that game. But anyways, I don't even know if I'll have the setup ready. Plus, I don't know how long of a playthrough it'll be. And additionally, I gotta find some more Game Boy games for after that. Because I do have DS games I want to play, but I think setting up a Game Boy setup would be a little bit easier right now than a DS setup. Because a DS setup means I need 2 screens. You know, 2 screens. Because there's the bottom screen. I know some games don't really do much with that screen, but some of them do. Games that I would like to play on the DS. 356 over 2 days. Yes, Kingdom Hearts game. And when I have to get my setup right. That game is way on the back burner because I have to get my setup exactly right. Because I'll need also to have other setups as well. Because I need to be able to play all the Kingdom Hearts games at that point. Most of them would be PlayStation playing, but Yeah, I should probably switch off the screen in case people jump in and think I'm getting ready to play. Ba 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 da ba da ba da ba ba da ba da ba da ba da bum 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 ba da bum ba da bum. Okay, here I am. Here I am. Thanks for watching. Or should I take that off the screen? No, I'll leave it so that people know that it's ending. Anyways, what was I saying? Right. Eventually down the road, I'm gonna play through all of Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts. I first played Kingdom Hearts. I guess I'll go over this field again when I get to play it again. But I love Kingdom Hearts. I first played Kingdom Hearts in 2012 at my uncle's house, but he didn't live in the same town as me. So I played it on his PlayStation, the first game. I got stuck in Agrabah, and then I stopped going to his house over the summer, basically. And then, that game settles with me. I was like Kingdom Hearts, and all my friends at my school, because I was like in middle school at the time, they all knew I loved Kingdom Hearts, and I hadn't even finished the first game. All I was like, oh, Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts. Oh my gosh, Kingdom Hearts. And I became that person. Kingdom Hearts became so dear to me, and I had only played the first Kingdom Hearts game at that point, and I hadn't even finished it. But I was obsessed. So then, in high school, I borrowed my uncle's PlayStation and his Kingdom Hearts game, and I finally got past Agrabah. And then we got the PlayStation 3? PlayStation. What PlayStation are we on right now? We got a PlayStation, and we had heard that all the games were coming out. So what we did was we got a PlayStation. Right? My older sister asked for a PlayStation for Christmas, and and then she helped buy me the Kingdom Hearts set, all the games, and then I'm going into a spiel. But anyways, the point is, after that, I played like all the Kingdom Hearts games in I got stuck in Agrabah again, but this time it was later on. But then I played through like all the Kingdom Hearts games in 6 months. And we're gonna do that again. We're gonna play through them in who knows how long, but we're gonna do it again. I literally, my graduation day, I was like, I want to go home and play Kingdom Hearts. I was on Dream Drop distance at that point. Yeah, I didn't get to finish playing the games to my senior year of high school, but that is a-okay. I still was known as the person who just loves Kingdom Hearts. Anyways, yeah. So that was a random spiel. Anyways, way down the line, Kingdom Hearts will one day be the game that we are playing. I will play through as much Kingdom Hearts as I can play through on here. Sorry, Union Cross. Sorry, Dark Road. We cannot play through you. I wouldn't know how to anyway. I mean, no, I would. No, I could have done it if it was still active. I could pull it up right now. I mean, yeah. Anyways, so Wednesday, we'll see what we play. If I can set it up, I will probably set up either Princess Maker or Long Live the Queen, to be honest, because those are the games I kind of play. But I was actually looking at a lot of the games. There's so many interesting points, adventure games, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope all these work. I hope that I can play some of these, because these are they sound so interesting. But yeah. Oh, another game that another game I might play. It's called Bad in Theater. I don't know how long of a playthrough it'll be, but I remember my older sister really liked it, and she was like, you guys should play Bad in Theater. So I'll probably play Bad in Theater at some point. Shoot, I was gonna do something, but I don't remember what I was gonna do. So I guess I'll just stop talking now, because I keep rambling. I'm just talking about our plans. What are we gonna be doing next time I'm on? Which is Wednesday. Next time I'm on will be Wednesday. I gotta make sure I put that on my alarm to remind myself, because this is a slightly new thing. Slightly new, because my second stream was actually on a Wednesday, but then life happened, and then my schedule was different. But yeah. So Wednesday we'll be back. If I revisit Taylor Tales, it'll be on Friday. I feel like I should say that. It'll be on Friday if I wanted to try to wrap up or see one more time if we're going to play it longer. Because I don't know, I get awkward with just the simplest of things, and I do want to play the game, and I'll probably play it either way. But the question is, will I play it on stream? That's the real question. I guess I could always just play it on my own time, and then I don't know, maybe I'll still upload it to YouTube and it'll just be like bonus content. Or maybe I'll actually do something with Patreon or something. I don't know. It's an idea, but it's not something I'm married to yet. I don't know, because I feel bad leaving Taylor Tells. Because, yeah. But we'll figure it out. Anyways, that is the important things to list off right now. Yeah, that's the important things to list off right now. So thank you for stopping by and watching, and bye. I'll see you on Wednesday. And then we'll play more Our Life on Monday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Shoot, I forget if that's Eastern or Central. I don't know my time zones. Oh, I mix them up all the time. Okay, anyways, yeah, there we go. There we have it. See you in a couple days. Bye.